Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to show you how to assemble and install a brand new toilet. Almost everything you need included to make the install is in the toilet box. Comes with the bowl. You have the tank. Got connecting hardware there for the tank to the bowl. You've got some other hardware here. That mounts the tank to the bowl, and this here mounts the toilet to the floor flange. This is what your floor flange looks like. And then that is your water supply to the toilet. Picked up one of these and show you how to get that installed. This does have wax in here, but supposedly the advantage over this one is the toilet can be repositioned or reinstalled after using this. So it's not a one and done wax ring. Okay, step one on this kit, you have 2 brass T-bolts and 2 gray lock nuts. Put the gray lock nuts on the T-bolts. They don't have to be snug, just keep them backed off a little bit. And then slide them into your floor flange. Then hand tighten the gray lock nut. Doesn't have to be very tight. This comes with a wax paper on there. Make sure you remove it and the wax is exposed. When you set this on, there are 2 different options. If your floor flange is flush with the floor or raised, you do not need this blue adapter. If your floor flange is sunk under the floor by about 1/4 inch or so, then you may need this blue adapter. So we'll put this on without the blue adapter. In my case, I don't need it. Take the flange, wax side down, push it over your T-bolts. Then take your blue line-up tools, just stick them down inside the brass T-bolts. Next step is to place the toilet on the flange. Okay, now we want to press the toilet down over the seat. Make sure it's going to try to make it sit on the floor. I don't like to sit on them, bounce on them a little bit. Okay, now that the toilet is sitting over top of the floor flange and the wax ring, next step it says take a look at these alignment bullets sticking up. It says if you can see that flange right there, a little flange. It says if your toilet is lower than that, you can go ahead and use the stainless steel bolts and just screw it down. If it's higher than that flange, then that's when you would want to use these brass extenders. And then in that case, you would put the brass extender first and then the stainless bolt. So we'll pull those out and just go ahead and start the stainless bolts. And then use those plastic clips, slide it on there and tighten it up. It says just tighten by hand. Don't want to over tighten because you'll crack that porcelain. Look at that. One thing I noticed is my toilet holes are really bigger. I can't really get that tight. I'm going to use these spacers right there and see if I can get it tightened down more. Okay, now that I've got the toilet bolts in, I want to make sure that the toilet is pretty secure and it's not going to rock. Push down there, that's pretty secure, pretty sturdy. I don't think it's going anywhere. Next, I like to go ahead and hook up the water line before the tank gets in the way. The water line that I use has a connection there, fits that fitting. And then the top side has a quick twist adapter for the toilet bowl. I do like to use pliers there to hold the valve and tighten up the fit in there so I don't have to worry about leaking. Next step is to mount the toilet bowl to the base. We'll make sure you have your seal right down like that, and then set the tank on top. And then take my washer and my wing nut and tighten the tank up. Try to make sure you tighten it evenly. Get it snug on that side and then start the other side. When I'm doing this, I press down on this bowl. There's a lip, porcelain lip here. I press down on the bowl, making sure it makes contact there. And then it's squishing that rubber washer there. And that way I can tighten it up all the way. I can get it snug with my fingers in, and it shouldn't move a whole lot after that. Now time to hook water up. This toilet has gaskets and fittings made for a different type of hose. My hose here already has all the gaskets in it, so I just remove those, discard those parts. Insert the rubber washer on the bottom side. Turn the seat over. Stick the plastic washers in upside down. Stick the plastic bolt through, and then come from the bottom, tighten up. Put your washer on first, then your nut. Make sure your seat is positioned where you want it, then use a flathead screwdriver to tighten up. Then you got two caps. And voila. Seat is installed. At this point, we'll turn the water on and check for leaks. Once I'm satisfied everything is sealed and not leaking, that's when I would then caulk, run me a bead of caulk around the edge where the floor and the toilet meets. When I caulk it, I'm going to leave the back open. I'm not going to caulk all the way around the back. That way if it were to ever leak, it would start showing back there on the floor. Thanks for watching. Stick around, see what we get into next.